What things would you recommend? Because you already did it with your mom. Like, you built it. Like, what are you doing different this time? That you know for sure, like, oh, I know this time I'm going to do this instead of that because it took too long.
So one thing that I really admire about the way that my mom did her business, because she pretty much built it. I just took it from where it was and grew it, from there. But the way that a lot of people start businesses is they start small and they grow.
All good. Oh man, I'm nervous. It's been a while since I recorded, but welcome back to the Paso Robles Podcast. I am your host, Miguel, and some crazy things are happening today because one, my fingers are free. I'm not doing the tech stuff because usually I'm like also changing camera angles during the show because I'm a one-man show, but multitasking for me is becoming a little bit harder because I'm getting older. I'm 35 and I'm just kidding. So I got today a couple guests. I'll let you introduce your partner in crime or your what's it called? Partner in crime. No, partner in crime. Oh my God.
Business partner.
I was gonna say coworker for some reason. Like, I don't know why. That's my 9 to 5 mentality there. You know, not an entrepreneur. Like, I get stuck there sometimes. But I'll let you introduce your business partner. But I got Fernie. And I saw, and the reason I asked you is because your wife shared a picture. I think it was her story or something. It's like, my hubby started a new business, hire him. So I'll let you introduce the business, talk about what it is, and then we'll go from there. So, by the way, shout out to Walter Lopez, former we're still co-hosts. We just haven't done it. 2 dads in a pod, but he's helping me on the mic situation. It's okay to laugh. But yeah, he's behind the counter today helping me out. So, Fernie, tell us a little bit who you are and what is this new project you're doing?
Miguel, first of all, thank you for having me again. Actually, this is our first time with Paso Robles Podcast.
I think you were with Elizabeth on the first one.
I was on Get Real with Liz, yeah. Shout out to Liz. But yeah, today I'm coming as an entrepreneur myself, and this new project that we got going, this new business is Katana Landscape. And to the left of me is Joel. And he's my business partner. I'm CEO, he's COO. So we're out here, doing all the work ourselves. If we need a hand, then, we'll call upon some friends that also have experience. So, Joel, dinos poquito de ti.
Pues mi nombre es Joel y soy el socio de Fernando y estamos empezando la compañía de paisajismo y se llama Katana Landscaping.
¿Y quién decidió el nombre? Who decided on the name for the business?
¿Tú quieres decir?
Sí, yo puedo decir. Pues lo decidimos entre los dos, pero pues fue Fernando el que dijo, podemos ponerle así. Un día estábamos en su casa ahí con unos árboles y traía una katana, pues, que sacó ahí para...
Yeah.
Para
mochar.
Para cortar ahí. Y ya la agarré yo y empezamos a cortar ahí un árbol que tenía. Y como ya habíamos platicado que queríamos abrir la compañía de paisajismo, pues dijo, mira, podemos ponerle así a la compañía de Katana. Y pues nos gustó el nombre de los dos y decidimos así ponerle.
That's cool.
Yeah. So pretty much, we were outside, and I have a mulberry tree in the front yard. And it's a fruitless one, so it's one of those super big ones. And the leaves were starting to sag. So we're like, I need to cut this. And so I was showing him a katana blade for whatever reason, and he grabbed it and he just goes slice, and it slit through. It cut the the little branches so easy. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Slice, and in about 20 minutes we got done with
the katana.
Yeah, with the katana.
Okay.
So
I have to ask. So does that mean you guys are gonna be using a katana to cut some vegetation down?
We can, but no.
Is it legal?
I'm not sure about that. That's something that we need to look into. But it was cool, you know, just that little story to start the business. But I think once I looked into it, before I actually, you know, before I was like, maybe we should name the company that.
Yeah.
I looked into it, and forging a katana is actually one of the coolest things that you'll check out. And I actually sent you a link, you know, for a video Nat Geo made, National Geographic.
Yeah.
And so on the video, it shows like, you know, the immense fire, the immense heat that they have to put the raw materials through, and then they bring it out, and they're very selective of the, you know, the iron, you know, that they're gonna use, and it just dawned on me. It's like what it symbolizes is honor, pride, and discipline. Everything that you want your landscaper to be. You know what I mean? And they're very sharp. Obviously, it's one of the finest blades, you know, in the world, and just that process alone, like, kind of like made me realize, like, yeah, that's a really interesting name. And also, I kind of wanted to get away from like the, you know, Billy Bob's landscaping and, you know, all that stuff. I'm not saying anything, you know, bad about it, but I was just like, I want to do something a little different.
Yeah.
And katana just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. I'm a big advocate for you guys to have katanas at some point during the process of cutting.
They're very expensive.
They're very expensive. Well, okay, so you already had one. Tell me a little bit about the story of how you got it.
Okay. So it was actually my brother's.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, a couple years ago, he passed away. And my mom asked me if I wanted to keep a few things of his. And that's one of the things that pretty much she said, you take that, because I don't want that in my house. It's a weapon. You take it.
Yeah.
And so I said, okay, yeah, cool. And I have a really cool Volcom sweater that still looks brand new. It has a hole in it, but it looks brand new.
Yeah.
And I have a few things like a Wu-Tang sweater. He's got some Wu-Tang pants. Obviously, I don't fit the clothes, but they're just memories that I had.
Yeah.
You know, with him. And the Volcom sweater, actually, the first time he let me borrow it, I was really young. It didn't fit me, but I love the sweater, love the brand. And so back to the katana, you know, it was a possession that my brother had, and my mom said, you take it. It's a weapon. And so it was actually really sharp, but still, you know, he had it oiled up and everything. So it was in pristine condition. I don't know if it's like a legit katana or just like, you know, one of the many that's just out there, you know, but either way, you know, that's pretty much how I got a hold of that katana.
This episode is sponsored by Valeria Noves with Remax, your local real estate expert here in the Paso Robles and Central Coast. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, Valeria makes the process smooth, personal, and stress-free. She's bilingual, experienced, and ready to help. ¿Hablas español? Ella también. Call Valeria today at 805-212-6387 and let's get you a home. This episode is sponsored by Lion Pro Flooring. Give new life to your floors with beautiful, professionally installed flooring. Whether it's hardwood, luxury vinyl, or carpet, your home deserves quality you can feel and craftsmanship you can trust. Serving Paso Robles in all of SLO County, Lion Pro Flooring is your local expert in transforming spaces. Call or text 805-712-3710 for a free estimate today. That's 805-712-3710, Lion Pro Flooring, when quality matters. This episode is sponsored by Santos Bros Plumbing. Are you in need of a dependable and effective plumber you can trust? Look no further than Santos Bros Plumbing, your trusted local plumbers in Paso Robles, California. Call them now at 805-360-4679. That's Santos Bros Plumbing. So are you gonna start like learning more about the culture since you're like using katana? Like, are you gonna? I know you sent me the video. Are you gonna go like? Do you have dreams of going to Japan one day and like actually seeing the process or finding out if it's legit or getting a legit one? You know, what else are you thinking about? Like the whole word katana, the whole world of katana and that culture.
Well, Japanese culture is actually one of the coolest and one of the most ancient cultures. You know, so I'm very open to going to Japan and, you know, checking out exactly how they're made. And there's actually in that link that I sent you, there's a shop where they sell legit katanas.
Okay.
And they range, and there's some that sell over $100,000. And I think if I'm not wrong, there was one that sold for like $5 million or something.
Oh wow.
I have to rewatch the video, but anyways, yeah, I mean, I'm open to it. That's not something that I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about going to do landscape.
Yeah, you want to get the money first before you start going overseas and stuff like that. But because I've looked at National Geographic, I looked at like those kind of like documentaries videos before, and when it's signed by a certain person, it gives it value too. ¿Y tú qué hacías antes de esto?
Yo he trabajado también en paisajismo y he trabajado en la poda de árboles. He trabajado con otras compañías en poda de árboles.
Ok, entonces con ustedes estaban hablando de empezar el negocio. ¿Cuántos clientes ya estaban pensando tener? Did you already have people in mind that you wanted to approach? Or did you already or were you already like kind of testing the waters, like, hey, I'll do my neighbor's tree with the katana or something?
Well, we're not. I don't know if we're gonna work with a katana.
I'm just saying. I really want the katana in there. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, if you want to be our client, we'll come cut whatever you want with katanas. You can throw some fruit up in the air. We'll play Fruit Ninja, whatever you want.
Yeah, ignore the hoe to get the weed out. You're using katanas at my house.
Okay. All right.
We live by a school, so I don't know if that's allowed or not.
Yeah. So we didn't have. We have experience. My dad actually had me working with him several years. I worked with a couple buddies, in landscaping when I was younger, but I've been doing a lot of office work. And so when Kande and I talked about starting a business, I was all on it. I was like, yes, I wanna get back outside and get my hands a little dirty and do more work outside.
Yeah.
Because I've been working for my mom, for 8 years now, and her business has grown, and I have a degree in business administration, and I was able to apply what I learned from school in my mom's business, and I got to see it grow. I got to see it flourish. I got to see it bloom, which is amazing, and I love all the success that my mom has, and I love all the freedom that she gave me to apply everything that I know, that I learned. And so now it's kind of like, all right, I want to kind of fly on my own and also do something that I want to do.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like the conversation. Le estoy diciendo que cuando tú y yo platicamos, pues yo te platiqué de la experiencia que yo tenía en la oficina y administrar negocios y pues tú tenías ganas de empezar tu propio negocio en el paisaje y ya tenías experiencia, yo también, y entonces pues luego pues nos agarramos y le damos todo lo que da.
This episode is brought to you by Rad Scooter Deli on 6th Street. Craving something delicious in Paso Robles? Rad Scooter Deli on 6th Street has you covered. Enjoy tasty sandwiches, fresh salads, and smoothies like the Banana Nut Blast, my personal favorite. Kick back on the covered patio, sip on a cold beer and wine, and enjoy the easy parking. Order online for pickup or dine-in. And here's a treat. Use promo code PODCAST for $5 off your next order. That's PODCAST for $5 off your next order. Open daily from 6:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Rad Scooter Deli. Local flavor, fast and fresh. This episode is sponsored by Western Janitor Supply. They have cleaning supplies and equipment for any workplace. Call today at 805-238-2112. They provide an extensive line of chemicals, paper products, and floor equipment. Again, that's Western Janitor Supply, located in downtown Paso Robles. This episode is brought to you by the White Wave Wellness. Choose to live a healthy and fulfilling life. Wellness is more than being free from illness. It is a process of change and growth towards a mentally and physically healthy lifestyle. Reach out to Jennifer Hale to learn more about how this water can change your life.
Sí, pues así es. Como fue un día que le dije yo a Fernando, pues que quería empezar mi propia compañía ya para trabajar para mí, pues. Y dijo que, pero como no sé hablar inglés, pues ocupaba a fuerzas a alguien que hablara inglés para que me ayudara con eso. Y dijo que él podía ayudarme con lo de la oficina, hacer lo que se ocupa de oficina y ya yo solo trabajar. Pues así fue como empezamos los dos.
Yeah. And what's your guys' like, so you guys are business partners. I don't know how to say it in Spanish.
Socios.
Socios?
Yeah.
Son socios. I'm more curious. For some reason, my mind starts going down the road of, do you have the equipment? What money do you have to put up? All that kind of stuff. So that way, to give like the audience a kind of idea of like where you were if you were ready to begin with, you know, or if you just said, let's do it, you know. ¿Qué tenían para estar? ¿Se sentían listos? No nomás empezar, pero like, ¿cuál dinero tenían? O si no tenían dinero, ¿cuál? How do you say equipment in Spanish? Equipaje. ¿Ya tenían el equipaje? ¿O qué estabas pensando tú cuando ibas a pensar, oh, no tengo dinero, o sí tengo dinero? O like, you know, that kind of stuff, you know, upfront investment. Like, how did you guys split that? How did you guys decide that? Or did you just go like, let's use what we have in our garage?
Pues no teníamos mucho dinero, como un ahorro, pues, pero pues teníamos un poquito de herramienta, los dos ya, y un poquito de dinero. Y dijo Fernando, podemos pedir un préstamo aparte también para completar lo que se ocupa. Pues al principio pensamos que no iba a ser mucho de herramienta, pero ya después sí es herramienta lo que se ocupa, pero ya ahorita ya casi completamos todo lo que necesitamos para empezar a hacer trabajo. Pues ya estamos listos para empezar a hacer trabajo.
Yeah.
Con herramienta y todo.
So you like use your business side of it to like get a loan and, you know, justify all that stuff. What things would you recommend? Because you already did it with your mom. Like, you built it. Like, what are you doing different this time? That you know for sure, like, oh, I know this time I'm going to do this instead of that because it took too long.
So one thing that I really admire about the way that my mom did her business, because she pretty much built it. I just took it from where it was and grew it, you know, from there. But the way that a lot of people start businesses is they start small and they grow. But, you know, knowing what I know now, I'm actually not afraid to get a loan, you know, as long as we're playing it like safe. You know, I don't want to ask for $1 million loan or a $5 million loan without knowing for sure this is going to work. You know, so even like a small loan of, you know, 15, 20,000 will get you started. It'll get you in the door. It'll do a lot for you. And actually, what we did was we went to the bank and we got our business, you know, business accounts, and we got a business credit card. So the cool thing that we found out about business credit cards is that they give you a certain time limit, like a year, to pay whatever you purchase back, to pay it back without interest. So it's kind of like a loan, but you're getting a timeline, you know, that you got to pay it back in. So we actually used that route, and we got a bunch of equipment that we need, you know, up front. And so even my wife, I called her before I made a purchase, and I told her the amount. She goes, "Babe, are you sure? Are you sure?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'm 100% sure. I'm not scared."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Okay, we're gonna pray. We're gonna pray tonight." And I was like, "We're gonna do more than just pray.
Yeah.
We're gonna get work. We're gonna get jobs. We're gonna go to work. We're gonna get it done." And so, you know, the things that I would do different is, you know, I'm not afraid to use like financial institutions that were built to give you money. You know, I'm not afraid of that, and you know, just going full force in that is I think an advantage, because we can grow a little faster than the way that my mom grew her business. And so yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll.
That's awesome, dude. Like, because when I started the podcast business, I didn't do any of that. Like, I mean, I used my Social Security as my like tax ID and stuff like that, because I still had a salary job. Like I was still only doing this on the side. And then eventually I don't even think it was like that too long ago. It was like 2 months ago or less that I was like, you know what? I should probably have a business account for this since I'm doing much more business instead of just depositing in a personal checking account.
Yeah.
And so I did that, and they did offer me like a credit card, and I'm like, no, I don't want more debt right now. Like, what are you talking about? This is small. This is not a lot of overhead.
Yeah.
But you had to invest a lot in equipment. Tell me what type of equipment. I don't know if people are going to care about this part, but what kind of equipment were you like eyeballing? Like, did you kind of limit yourself, or did you go like, hey, I want the top dollar one? You know, because even though you had a credit card, how did you like control your urges there? Because I know if you go to Home Depot or Lowe's, you're like, I can build a house out of this place. Yeah,
it's a playground. Yeah, you definitely as a man, like those are one of my favorite stores. Is Home Depot, Lowe's, you know, all the small companies here in Paso, and you're seeing all these brand new toys. Yeah. Right. But you start off with the essentials always. You know, you need a mower, you need a blower, you need a weed whacker,
a katana.
You need a katana. You know, in this case, we had that. That's what we started with.
There you go.
You know, so, you know, you need a hedge trimmer. You need small tools like that, hand tools. You need gas tanks. You need all this stuff. But the benefit is, you know, you can start with a bunch of yard maintenance. You know, small jobs. Yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. You know, we both decided, le estoy diciendo que los dos decidimos agarrar nomás el equipaje que ocupamos luego. Ajá. Y entonces...
Sí, porque yo le estaba preguntando, es like, cuando tienes chance de comprar algo nuevo, ¿cómo te ayudaste tú para no comprar mucho? You know, como si vas a comprar un carro y te dan, hey, te vamos a dar $20,000 para comprar un carro. Puedes usar 10 y estás bien. Pero ¿cómo te controlaste de no gastar todos los 20? You know?
Sí, pues eso había dicho Fernando también, que si nos daban un préstamo o si nosotros teníamos, también no gastarlo todo en toda la herramienta que nos gustara, sino nada más en lo que ocupábamos pronto, pues. Y por eso... Pues tratamos de agarrar nada más lo que vamos ocupando.
¿Tú no agarraste algo y lo pusiste en la canasta a ver si notaba?
Sí me habló una vez. Sí. Oye, ¿sí puedo hacer esto? Y le digo, espérate.
Sí.
Es como dulces it's like candy in a candy store. Dulces en la tienda. Como agarramos lo que queremos. Como le dije, cuando vamos a Lowe's o Home Depot, a mí me gusta mirar todo y digo yo, puedo construir una casa con todo esto y empiezo a soñar, you know?
Sí.
So, controlarse uno es importante, because I know there's a lot of people out there that start a business, get a loan, and they overreach or over leverage themselves, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so we kind of have it mapped out. You know, we're already, you know, we have our first year, you know, what we're looking at and what we're able to do. And also, we both still have jobs. So at the end of the day, if we got to pay it back out of pocket the first year, no problem. Yeah, you know, we didn't go into like $100,000 loan or $100,000 credit limit and, you know, blow it all. Start small, start essential, and, you know, kind of take it from there.
So the next question I have is, because I'm trying to also. One, curiosity. Two, hopefully bring some value to listeners and watchers, is what is your strategy to get the business? Are you going door to door? Are you leaving a card at like on somebody's lawn or something that looks terrible, or even the ones that look fine? You know, because obviously there's other landscapers out there, and you never know who already has landscaper, who doesn't. Like, what's your strategy there, especially with another job? ¿Cómo van a agarrar clientes? ¿Cómo la piensan? Tocar las puertas o nomás decirle, hey, do you need a landscaper? Because it looks like you do.
Yeah, so this is kind of my arena. It's our marketing. And so I actually hired my wife as our social media manager. And so that's actually where you saw the post. And we actually have gotten a few clients from that already. Okay. You know, so she posted it, and she has, she's actually going to be, actually, I don't want to give too much away yet, but long story short, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
And she has a degree in communication.
Okay.
So she's in charge of that. She's our receptionist. She's got the company phone, so she's answering messages and calls. And so we're using a little bit of everything. I mean, at first you want to cast a wide net and see what's working and what isn't, and then just zone in.
Yeah.
Right. And then whatever's working, just keep replicating it. So that's kind of our strategy for marketing right now. You know, we're doing social media. You know, we're eventually gonna do door hangers. We're gonna do Google Ads. We're gonna possibly dive into a little bit of Yelp.
Hand out toy katanas to little kids.
Yeah, we're doing events. We're gonna do a little bit of everything. We're gonna see what happens.
That's awesome. So how's your guys' lawn doing? I know you have a property. Did you do your own maintenance and stuff like that, or like did he help you out? Like talk about that, because all the stuff that like you learn to do is because you do yourself, right? So tell me a little bit about like how did you put that into practice, or when you will put it into practice? Like, would you do anything separate? Do you go buy lawns and go like, I would do this, I would do that to that lawn?
I think at this point, if you have time to kind of look around, you do that. But most of the time, you're kind of just focused on your route and like, let's just get to the next house. Let's do what we got to do, and let's just stay focused. But yeah, I mean, doing what we got to do. Yeah. At my house, there's actually a lot of work to be done. And Kanda's been helping me. Joel's been helping me. I have a few trees, and we're trimming trees, and I actually have to put some grass into the house. There was some grass when I moved in, but I kind of just stopped maintaining it. So because we had other ideas, and then my wife had our first son, and we had just moved in, so I wasn't trying to spend much money. Yeah. But I mean, the yard needs a lot of work, and we have a lot of ideas. My wife's got ideas. The girls have ideas. I'm sure my son, when he gets older, he'll have ideas too. Yeah. And so, so we got a lot of work to do at my house.
Y Joel, tú dijiste que trabajabas, ¿verdad? En landscaping before.
Sí.
¿Tú tienes casa, apartamento?
No, yo estoy viviendo con Fernando.
Oh, okay. So,
sí.
He gets to help you out,
Yeah.
Which explains the katana into play.
Yeah.
So, dime, cuando le pregunté a Fernando, cuando pasas casas, ¿piensas, hey, puedo hacer esto en esta casa? O esta casa necesita esto. ¿Tú piensas en esas cosas cuando estás pasando?
Sí, pues yo lo he mirado como en casas que no está la yarda muy bien. Que nosotros lo pudiéramos arreglar. Todo eso cuando va uno por la carretera.
Yeah. Do you ever see like in the freeway, do you ever think about like, oh, they have to like maintain this or else there's going to be a fire?
Yeah.
Because you kind of also have to start like learning the climate too. You guys start learning, what might burn easy, what might not burn, what's going to last, what's not going to last. Because they're going to ask you. I'm assuming they'll ask you like, "Hey, can you put this in? Can you not take? Can you take that out?" What are you guys doing? What do you guys do to educate yourself? Are you just playing it by ear, or like do you already start looking? Like you said, you showed me a katana video and how it's made. Are you looking at landscaping videos too?
I'm always on. Education is ongoing, but I think
YouTube University.
YouTube University. There we go. My main source right now is my pops. Okay. He's got a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, and if I have a question, the first person I go to is my pops.
Okay.
So I ask him, and if he has some idea, or if he doesn't, then I'll ask another uncle, because a lot of landscapers, a lot of experienced men in the family. So
yeah. For me, I'm finding out in Paso when you talk to families, when I know like your family landscaping, right? Somebody else's family, they're all mechanics. Somebody else's family, they're all like restaurant owners, like Mexican restaurants. My family, they all worked at a factory, so I don't know what I can bring to the table other than like, tell you, which, I don't know, like Wilkins is one of them that my mom's worked at forever. Okay. My dad used to work at Jocelyn Sunbank, or like they made like airplane parts or whatever. I worked there for like 8 months. It wasn't that great. But like I get jealous because there's all these people in town. Yeah. So, thank you, Walter. Thank you. I'm losing myself here. For me, I worked in the movie industry for 17 plus years, right? Like, an exhibition, so showing movies, selling popcorn, stuff like that. And in my head, I'm thinking, it's like, man, if I get back into this, I can show the girls how to do this, because it's lucrative. If you're good at it, there's some money to be made. Right now, the movie industry isn't that great because there's not a lot of great movies to be played, but it'll catch up, right? So I'm thinking to myself, like I said, there's podcasting, social media, stuff like that. Do I want my kid to do that? Like, what example are you trying to put out for your kids? Not necessarily like landscaping or cleaning or anything like that, but as a fundamental, what are you trying to show your kids for when they get older? Because this is being documented. You're going to put this out there forever. If your kid was watching 10 years from now, 18 years from now, when they're adults, what would you tell them?
Break through the fear. Doing something new, being an entrepreneur, or just going for that higher up position or the raise, don't be scared. Because even if you don't reach exactly what you want, you're going to learn from it. And so that's not a loss. That's pretty much what I would tell them.
No.
Yeah.
¿Tú tienes niños, hijos, hijas?
Sí, tengo un niño.
¿Un niño? ¿Qué
Sí,
le que se está enseñando ahorita? Porque este video va a estar para siempre en el internet, right? Si en 18 años está mirando el video, ¿qué le quieres decir?
No, pues que aunque ande lejos, yo ahorita tiene pues ya más de un año que no lo he mirado, y pues que pues lo quiero mucho y que sí tengo ganas de mirarlo siempre.
¿Y qué le quieres enseñar con lo que estás haciendo aquí, con el trabajo, con el negocio? ¿Qué le quieres enseñar a él para que él sepa que lo que tú estás haciendo es para algo?
¿Qué le quieres demostrar?
Sí.
Sí, pues que aunque a uno a veces se le hacen las cosas fáciles, como a nosotros, pues a mí al principio se me hizo más fácil de lo que es empezar la compañía, pero lo importante es no dejarse uno, no rendirse y seguirle para adelante lo más que se pueda.
No. There's a...
What would you say to your kids? Oh, here we go.
To my kids?
Yeah.
They have to start paying their own bills at 13. Something like that. No, what I would tell my kids is like... it's a good question. Nobody ever asked me because I'm never being the one interviewed. But one of the things I would probably tell them is don't compare yourself to where other people are at. That's the one thing I've always had a hard time, because I always compare myself to somebody else who's done it, right? And if nobody else has done it, I actually get more excited when nobody else has done it, because then I can figure it out. Mm-hmm. But it's hard to find something that nobody else has done, because there's the population of the world is so big. Somebody else has probably done it. So I'm like in the middle sometimes, right? I'm thinking about this technology. I'm thinking about a process. Estoy pensando algo que quiero hacer y digo yo, hay mucha gente en el mundo. Somebody has done it. And thanks to internet, I can find it. So I always tell them, like, don't compare yourself to anybody else. No se comparen con otra gente que está haciendo lo mismo que ti, porque ellos están en diferentes tiempos en el proceso. Like, they're in a different part, right? There's multiple sayings out there, but one of them is like, don't compare your chapter 5 to their chapter 65. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's what I would tell them. Like, wherever you're at, there's somebody behind you, there's somebody in front of you, but you just keep moving forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's good, actually. Yeah, you made me think of my firstborn, Vida. She's got she's going through that right now, I feel like. And, you know, I would definitely say something the same to her. Like, hey, you're you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You're stepping in where you're supposed to step and just keep going.
Yeah.
So.
You ever look at a younger kid who's like, or a younger person who you're just talking to, and they're talking about like their relationship, they're talking about their job, they're talking about something, and you're just like, you have so much time. This is a blink of an eye. This is something that tomorrow, 2 years, 3 years from now, you're gonna be like, I don't even know what happened to make me feel that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like time heals all wounds, but like give it time, but just keep moving forward in that time. And it'll figure itself out.
You'll get the experience.
Yeah.
And then you'll figure it out. And that's, you know, just keep walking.
Yeah. Just keep walking. How do you guys want to be contacted if somebody's watching? You can say it in English. ¿Y cómo quieres que la gente que les llame? ¿Dónde los pueden encontrar? Él lo va a decir en inglés, número, Instagram, whatever, and then tú lo puedes decir en español.
Yeah, so you can right now our social medias, our website are actually all being worked on. So right now you can call or text 805-635-4915. And the reason I had to pull my phone out is because we have a separate phone. You know, I already get a lot of calls for the job that I have now, and it's my personal line, but that's the business line. It goes directly to our receptionist, which is my lovely wife. And yes, and don't be rude. If you call her, do not be rude. But anyways, yeah. So that's where we're at right now. I think beginning of December, we'll have a website, and all our social media should be done within the next week. So I'll start posting, and you know, we'll get that up and we'll share those. I'll send them to you.
Awesome.
You know, so you can share them for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y ahora en español. ¿Cómo te pueden contactar al negocio para si alguien te quiere contratar?
Pues vamos a estar en el sitio web, que va a estar en diferentes aplicaciones como en Instagram y Google. No sé muy bien en cuáles más, pero...
Todas. Vamos a andar en todas.
Las aplicaciones. Y pues también que va a ser a la oficina con Fernando, el número 805-610-2542.
Ya acabas de dar mi personal. Sí. No te preocupes. Mira. Es este, mira.
Yeah, dile otro en español.
Bueno, el número va a ser 805-635-4915.
Ese mero.
Ese es el mero.
Ese mero. Y si me hablan pues también igual. Pues eso.
También va a contestar.
Let me get my secretary on the line for you. You know, let me get you help. So, is it safe to say se habla español?
Se habla español.
I feel like this. Is there anything you guys want to part with? You know, end the show with any words of wisdom? I still want katanas, by the way. So I'll keep egging you. I'll keep telling you guys about that. Que yo quiero que ustedes tengan katanas cuando están trabajando, que tengan uno en la espalda o aquí para si se antoja cortar un árbol.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Words of wisdom. Honestly, I can't think of any right now.
I know there's so much.
There's a lot.
I know being put on the spot sometimes like that. I feel to myself like there's times where I listen to a podcast and I hear something I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna type that up right now and save it for later, but I'm still driving. So it's like, and then I forget it. But then I hear it later. I hear some other one. There's one where like winners have the most losses.
There you go.
No. Que los ganadores tienen... How do you say it in Spanish? Los ganadores
han perdido
más than the losers. That's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. Katana Landscaping, se habla español, and reach out to them for all your landscaping needs. And they handle trees. Can't promise katanas yet. So take it easy, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The gift I wanted to give you there.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Regalo.
Yeah.
Regalo.
Yeah.
Regalo. That's the name of the wine brand. Regalo.
Yeah.
It translates to gift. which is funny. You gave me
a gift.
A gift of a gift.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you.
So that actually was made at my parents' house. So there was only, I want to say, 10 boxes of that made.
Okay.
Very exclusive and no chemicals. So I hope you enjoy that.
I will absolutely enjoy that. I'm going to try to keep it as long as possible, but it's going to be one of those days where I pop it open and just enjoy it and then send you a picture of it empty by myself. Because sometimes, I mean, that went
pretty
dark.
That's pretty dark.
That went a little dark.
Yeah.
No, because, you know, it's funny. Is like, as I get older and as I start enjoying wine and I start, you know, doing more things with wine, I'm noticing a lot of people are stopping drinking. Like, they're being more sober. You might want to change the camera angle going. Well, that's the cool thing about the show. It's all live. It's all edited in real time. But it's funny though, because like, I have my own wine label. I'll give you a bottle too.
Okay.
I got into wine, and then as soon as I got into wine, I see all these celebrities going sober, and I'm like, what the? It's like the stock market. You buy, it dips. You sell, it goes back up.
Right. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, wine has been on the decline lately, right?
Yeah, it'll come back.
Yeah.
It'll come back once people start feeling better about themselves or something. I don't know how that works, but it'll come back. Well, thank you guys. Gracias, muchas gracias.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Walter. Shout out to Walter.
Shout out Walter.
Anytime. Thank you.